Hello again to this video clip series, My Journey to God in a Very Secularized World. We are going through now the second meditation of Don Stefano Gobi that he gave in 2003. He gave 4 meditations, and this is the second one. And at a certain point, we will read in one of these meditations that Don Stefano Gobi had predicted that only a remnant of the movement will be ready for the heroic climb of Calvary up to the end. But with this remnant, Our Lady will obtain her triumph. So we are now in the middle of the second meditation with the title of The Woman Clothed with the Sun in Search of the Little Ones. In the last meditation, he was talking about how many messages of Our Lady talks about becoming small, being little, humility. So now Don Stefano Gobi reads one of these meditations in his meditation here. He includes it. He says, "The priest must understand that to belong to the movement, nothing external nor any juridical act is necessary. What is indispensable, however, is an interior consecration of their whole selves and the total offering of their priesthood to my Immaculate Heart. Tell them that this is all I ask of them. This is what I want of them. Tell them that this is the first and most important thing they must do to belong to my priestly movement. Tell them to entrust themselves to me like children, giving everything to me and renouncing all attachment to anything, however beautiful, honorable, or virtuous, that is not my very self. I want their heart, the heart of my priests. Oh, then I will be able to be a true mother for them, and they will be true sons to me. I will take complete possession of their life. Gently, gently, I will transform it and set it on fire with zeal. I will wipe out from it whatever has been imperfect, and I will make it perfect. I will make them understand how they must be detached from everything and live only for my Jesus, how they must defend him from every attack, love him unconditionally in living out the gospel to the letter. I will cause them to experience a great love for the Church and for the Pope, whom I love so dearly, and who will be comforted, defended, and saved by the cohort of my priests. I will prepare them for great things, and I will make them invincible in the decisive battles." This was a message of July 29, 1973. And Gobi continues, he says, "Why and why does Our Lady ask of us the act of consecration to her Immaculate Heart? Because with this act we entrust ourselves to her as children, in as much as we welcome her as Mama. Why do I entrust myself to the heart? The seat of love is the heart. I entrust myself as a child to the Immaculate Heart because you are Mommy. I entrust myself to your maternal love, but you are Mama Immaculate. I entrust myself to your immaculate love. With this act of consecration, I welcome you into my priestly life as a mom. Behold the value of the consecration. And she, brother priest, makes herself truly Mama to us in the spiritual order of the life of grace, because it is such as taught by the Second Vatican Council. She does not replace the task of our teachers, of our educators. And why does Our Lady ask for the act of consecration? Because with this act we entrust ourselves to her as children, inasmuch as we welcome her as Mama. She is to us Mama. She forms us as mom, and as John Paul II said, speaks to us with the voice of the heart of Mother. That he said 2000, John Paul II at Fatima. And so in order to listen to her, we must have the heart and ears of children. She enters our priestly life. She forms it. She orders it. she transforms it so that we can become priests according to the heart of Christ. She wants to make us another Christ, who we have to relive, disseminate, because it will be Jesus in you that will work the great design of the triumph of his merciful love, and with the mystery of mercy will destroy the mystery of iniquity, which in these times works in a manner so grand at the worldwide level, seducing humanity and the church. Brother priests, Our Lady forms this array of the married movement of priests. It is hers. It is hers. She chose us because we are small. If we want that she might use us, we have to be small. But this array she has called and formed in every part of the world. Here this evening and tomorrow, I wish during the fraternity hour that some of you might speak of the spread of the movement around the world. It is spread everywhere, in some countries more, in others less. This year, I made cenicles throughout Brazil, in 3 major cities of Argentina, in Bolivia, in Uruguay, and in Paraguay. And everywhere I saw the movement spread. Perhaps the nation where the movement has exploded is Brazil, where I did cenicles in the stadiums to Cuiabá with 80,000 people, in Brasilia with 30,000 people, presided over by Cardinal Falco, and with him Don Terra, auxiliary bishop, who after the murder of Father Nazareno Lanciotti became the head of the married movement of priests in Brazil, in São Paulo, with 3 bishops, 50 priests, and 40,000 faithful. You see, Our Lady spreads the movement, but she still keeps it hidden. She does not show it. I said in a certain sense, we are in the movement. In a certain sense, no. But why? Because Our Lady does not want it legally established. If we think of it as a legal organization, we move away from the desire of her heart. And when a few years ago I was actually asked to submit a request to the Holy See for juridical approval, according to some it would favor the movement, it was not possible for the lack of its own statutes. When one founds a work, he makes the statutes. I've always said the married movement of priests has 3 commitments. Let us go forward without statutes, such as Our Lady wants, according to her design for the married movement of priests. We live these 3 commitments that she asked. 1. Consecration to her Immaculate Heart. 2. Obedience and unity to the Pope. 3. To help the faithful to live the consecration to Our Lady. If there are criticisms, we accept them. Once he was asked of an eminence of the Vatican what he thought of Don Sevdagobi, he replied, "For us, Don Sevdagobi does not exist. I therefore do not exist. I made 1,200 plane flights in all the continents as a shadow. I'm glad to be only a shadow, the shadow of Mary." But look how Our Lady goes in a clever counterattack against her opponent. She attacks him there where he attacked and where he feels to be the winner. For example, in these times he attacked the church. And in the church he has attacked especially priests and consecrated souls. And these priests who are called to be Christ's ministers, ministers of his word, ministers of his life, of his grace, of his love, he attacks them, bringing into the priesthood within the church especially a great crisis of faith, affecting particularly the priests. And precisely about this, Pope Paul VI is prophet. A year before his death in 1977, he said, "There is a great disturbance at this moment in the world and in the church. And what is in question is the faith. It happens that books are published in which important points of the faith are undermined, that the bishops are silent, that these books are not found to be strange. This, according to me, is strange. I will end here. May God bless you and Mary guide you.